Hello, this is Manuela, your guiding light. And in this future video, we would like to bring some guidance regarding all the challenges that are happening in the world and to help to everybody to understand the lessons behind it and how to bring you some guidance how we can actually all really move forward easier. So we're going to look at all the challenges regarding pandemic, the challenges regarding the war, the challenges regarding the weather and flood disasters, and just in general, the challenge that we are all facing in the world and with all humans, just the general guidance for all humanity. So we are going to work today with Oracle cards and in the same time contacting your angels to see what they have to say as well. So we will be working with Divine Guidance by Cheryl Lee Harnish. We'll be working with the Akasic Tarot by Sharon and Klingler and Sandra. And we'll be working with Archangel Oracle cards by Doreen Virtue. So we'll work first with pandemic, and to see, we'll pull the card for pandemic to see what are we learning from, what our angels and spirit guides got to say about this challenge that we are faced with. So the card that we got here is the light of the world. So what does this means for us as a humanity? What it really means, it's helping us to actually bring more light into the world. So the shift that pandemic is bringing, it's helping us to release all our fears. Pandemic, it's really brought out a lot of fears. And by releasing those fears, we are managing to bring more light to the world. It's all about healing. Pandemic, it's really meant to, and the purpose of it or the intention of it was to actually help us to release our negative emotions, which is mainly fear, and help us to look after our body, to bring more light in, to release the negativity, to heal. And the more we heal, the more negative emotions we release, the more light we'll be able to bring out into the world, and that's very important at the moment. So if we keep healing, keep making necessary changes with our body, with our diet, we'll be able to bring more light into the world. And also you will see the challenge usually disappears as we make changes, as we're learning the lesson and we make changes. So this is lesson here about healing and to bring more light into the world by focusing more on positive emotions and releasing the negative. So that is the lesson here with this challenge of pandemic. Trying not to blame anything on anybody and just really taking responsibility and bringing the energy within yourself and understanding that you are responsible for your life and releasing whatever is it that you need to release and to bring more light within yourself, in your energy, so you can share with everybody else. So that is the purpose. I'm also getting here from our angels that we're really coming to an end of this cycle. This cycle is really meant to come to an end. We might have one more, what we call one more sort of rush of energy that coming in. That means there could be another cycle, short period, where we might have again a lot of numbers of infection, and we might be struggling a little bit, but that's going to be very short period. It's not going to last for long, and the reason for that is because we done a lot of changes, we learned so much, a lot of people are growing so much, and that's the reason why this last sort of period might not last for that long. Now we're going to pull one card from Archangel Oracles regarding this situation, regarding pandemic. And the cards say sensitivity. You are extra sensitive to energies and emotions right now. Honor yourself and your feelings. And again, it is all about feelings. And we are all really sensitive, especially those really sensitive people. I'm feeling the angels are really pointing to me, to indigo children, crystal children, those really sensitive souls that come here to actually bring the change, to trigger the change, to help with humanity with the change. These are the healers, the teachers. They are the ones that are probably feel the most, because they can pick up on everybody else's emotions as well. Not their own only, but they pick up on all world emotions as well, all world fear as well. So these really sensitive healers that are open energy and that are ready to heal might be really struggling at the moment. They need to sort of accept that this is what it is, acknowledge their feelings, first acknowledge what they're feeling, and understand that a lot of it, it's not really just their own feelings. They are picking up a lot of stuff from the other people as well, from everybody that it's struggling at the moment. So try to really cut the cords. If you are the sensitive person, if you are indigo crystal child, try to cut the cords, cleanse your energy. It's very important to have a bath with sea salt and a little bit of lavender. Work on relaxing as much as possible and keeping yourself occupied with things that you love, keeping yourself grounded. That is very important, so you can detach from what's happening in the world, focusing more on the things that you love and manifestation instead of looking at what's really going on. And when you do pick up on the other people negative emotions, other people's fear or other people's pain, just ask yourself, how can I help here? Send a love and light, pray for that person, and then cut the cords and detach and bring energy back to yourself. Because sensitive people are really struggling at this stage, but they are also very important here. They're helping the change. And then we're going to pull one card regarding the pandemic by Divine Guidance. And these cards have a little bit longer meaning. I'm just going to read from the book first. So this is the card number 19, which means deeper look. You are opening to a unique perspective. You are now able to see below the surface to gain a much deeper understanding of what is taking place. This not only applies to your life, but to your understanding of other people as well. You will be able to see the smallest detail and see the energetic patterns of what is occurring. You'll see the consequences, both positive and negative, of your decisions and where they are leading you. This gives you the ability to offer sound counseling to others and to lead your own life in the right direction. So as we're healing, the more we're healing, the more we are tapping into our own soul guidance. And this is another purpose of pandemic that's serving good to us, to help us to release emotions and to understand our own guidance. There's a lot of changes happening in the world, and this is the time where it's really important to connect to that guidance. So the more you release of negative emotions, the more you can understand your own guidance and understand the other people as well. You'll be able to connect to the other people on a much deeper level. So which is really, really wonderful. Now, yes, the truth is we could do all that without pandemic. Unfortunately, sometimes universe needs to give us a little push. And that's what I'm feeling is happening here. It's just giving us a little push. Now, we would like to pull some cards and to switch the energy towards the wall and see what can we understand from that, what are we learning, and how we can deal with that. Okay. This is the Ark of the Covenant, and this actually means, the covenant, it's actually, a lot of people don't understand what it means or the real meaning of it. This card also indicates the karmic cycle, indicates the karma, the law of karma. Carrying the Ark of the Covenant through the world, as some ancestors did, it means it represents carrying our karma. The reason why God wanted to be gold and placed two angels on the top, it indicates how important it is to deal with the karma, to understand the karma. Because it's then when we balance all the karma that we can live a wonderful life, that we are really free when we balance all the karma. So the covenant, this box, this golden box, represents a lot of karma. And there's a lot of happening in our world, balancing the karma. In order to enter in the earth, it's very important to balance the karma. So that's what's really happening at this stage with the world as well, and with the war as well. Now we'll pull one card from Archangel's Oracle regarding the war. And the card that came up is prosperity. Your maternal needs are provided as you follow your intuition and manifest your dreams into reality. And this is very interesting. What the angels are showing me here is that if we look at the war and what's really happening in Ukraine and Russia, it's a really big shift and changes which pushing people to leave the country and move into different country, look for new. So I'm feeling here what's really happening here. Maybe these are the people that were sort of okay with whatever they had, never asked for more, or maybe desired a better life but didn't know how, didn't have courage to make the change and to step out of their comfort zone. So what is this happening? It's pushing everybody to get out of their comfort zone and move towards much more happier life. Where they're going to have more prosperity in their life. Maybe they need to be honest with themselves and admit that maybe where they were, it wasn't really happy. It wasn't really what they really wanted, but they never asked for more. So this is reminding us that we are allowed to ask for more, that we are meant to live a better life. And it's really wonderful when we acknowledge that we are not happy where we are and that we want more. Universe respond immediately. Unfortunately, one need courage in order to make the change. And maybe some people don't have the courage to make the change. So universe is we're coming to a stage where the universe is really pushing everybody to make the change. So this could be actually really for better. This change that is coming could bring the people exactly the life that they really want to live, a better life after these changes, after this war stops and all the changes that needs to be made are actually made. And now we're going to pull one card regarding war from Divine Guidance to see what are we learning there, what energy are shifting there. Okay, this really makes sense. We got the number 24, and this card indicates it's called Divine Feminine. This card asks you to begin operating more from a feminine flow of energy, whether you are male or female. It asks that you allow your power to flow from within instead of using force. Be mindful of using a gentle approach to people and situations. The role of nurturer and healer is important for you at this stage, and these gifts will blossom when you allow them to naturally emanate from you. Focus on your relationship with the people you interact with. You will find that you will accomplish more while creating peace and harmony for all involved. So what the angels are really pointing to me, we're really talking about this male energy that it's really dominating the energy in Russia and Ukraine. And that's what really is happening here. Maybe the female energy was really choking and struggling in that country by this dominance of male energy. And it's really bringing more of peaceful and female energy. Basically what it's saying is to male, to acknowledge the female, that maybe they didn't give much attention to them, and see what the women or females are going through in that country, through how do they dealing with the dominant energy of male. So this is all about bringing that balance and helping to this dominant male energy to actually realize where it's taking them. It's not really taking them in a good place. Maybe it's time for this dominant energy to bring some balance and to accept and allow their feminine energy to shine through them as well. We have that many of these European countries are all about men being this really macho man, and this doesn't serve us. It doesn't serve to humanity. It doesn't serve to the people that they love, to female energy that they love. It just doesn't bring any happiness. So it's this change that it's happening. It's about allowing the male energy, this dominant male energy, to feel more of female energy in themselves, because they have it as well, and allow them to operate from that as well, to be more gentle instead of domineering. And it will help as well to female energy to feel much more safer and to breathe easier in that world. Now the next subject we have is the weather disaster and floods that is happening in majority part of the world. A lot of people are struggling with. So let's see what we're learning from them, what we need to know about that, and how can we deal with it. So this card, it's all about community. It's about bringing people together. And that's what this disaster of floods is. And we can see that's happening on a many level, that's really happening, that bringing people together. Maybe we are in that stage of our life where a lot of people are focusing mainly on accomplishing their goals and accumulating a lot of possessions, and they're not really paying so much attention to people around them. We are maybe more isolated. We are not we're not working anymore as a community. So the purpose of this slide is to help us to actually bring people closer together and to see what's really important, what is really, really important, and to focus the energy more into that, into community, into people and helping each other, and not so much into possessions. Now we're going to pull a card from Archangel Oracles regarding the floods. And the card says, spread your wings. Do not hold back right now. The time is perfect and you are ready to soar. So again, even when we're really learning the most, when we can see our courage, our intelligence, our confidence, when we fall and we bring ourselves up again. It's not so much about falling, it's about what you're doing after that, when you actually fall. Everybody in some stage of their life will experience fail, and they will fail, but what it's really teaching us, it's what are we doing after that? Are we staying there on the ground, or do we want to fly again? And this is what it's saying here. Okay, we lost something, we lost a lot, we lost maybe everything, but let's not focus on that. Let's fly again. Let's spread your wings and rebuild again. Rebuild the life that you want. Maybe you need to have a look at what can you do differently this time. And I'm feeling this is a time where really not just as a one person, but as a businesses, as a government, where everybody needs to look at what can they do differently. This is not just about the global warming where we're controlling the pollution. We also need to learn how to actually survive the global warming. How can we live better during these times? where the Mother Earth, it's really pushing us to make some changes, where the Mother Earth is healing itself and making changes. How can we sustain? How can we survive this? So maybe even people that are building houses need to think, how can we build a different houses that are more safer, that are more sustainable through this weather? How can we do things differently? Governments and everybody needs to ask themselves, what can we change to be able to actually sustain during this period of shift, period of big global warming, and big dramatic changes that are happening on the world. So it's about not just sitting there when you file, but thinking about, okay, how can I fly again? Maybe do something different this time. Maybe you need to build a house differently. Maybe you need to move completely in a different area. So this is the time when you need to ask yourself, okay, what sort of changes can I make, and so I can fly again and build a life that I will love again. And the last card that we pull out for the floods is Divine Guidance regarding floods. What energies are shifting there? I believe this is a design card. So it is the same card as for the war. We will read it again. Sorry, just trying to find a way easier for me. Okay. So this card asks you to begin operating more from feminine flow of energy, whether you are male or female. It asks that you allow your power to flow from within instead of using force. Be mindful of using a gentle approach to people and situations. The role of nurturer and healer is important for you, and these gifts will blossom when you allow them to naturally flow from you. Focus on your relationships with the people you will interact with. You will find that more will be accomplished while creating peace and harmony for all involved. And I'm feeling this is what the angels are pointing this to me here, is that this is really more about, again, when you file, when you lose everything, there's a lot of anger. There's a lot of anger, demanding help from government and demanding situations to be changed. Again, try to use more nurturing approach. Understand that everything happens for a reason. Understand that you're safe. Talk to your angels. Connect to your soul guidance and see how can you receive help without forcing it. Forcing it for help, it's not going to help you much. You need to accept what it is and be gentle when you're asking for help. Try to be using the nurturing and female energy. Regardless you are male or female, try to operate more from female gentle energy. This will help much more for you to move forward and to receive the help. So trying to release the anger. Yes, we understand that a lot of people get angry and don't know who to blame, but really there's nobody really to blame here. You have to understand that this is nature. This is nature, and you accept it for what it is and ask for help in a gentle way, and also turn to your angels, ask them for help to help you to have the courage to do what you need to do and to give you everything you need to be able to move forward again. So try to pray more and work more with your energy within yourself and ask for help. So first, asking for help from your angels, from God, praying, and then pay attention to where it's coming from, who is delivering. Because the help that you're thinking it should come from might not be exactly what your angel's plan is. So whenever you are in distress and you need help, try to first take a step back and pray first. Ask for angels' help, ask for guidance and protection, and then recognize the signs where the help is coming from and be open to receive it as well. It's very important to be open to receive it. I'm feeling this is one of the reasons why a lot of you attracted is. Maybe you are learning how to receive and ask for help. Maybe you are not a person that's normally asking for help. And this is teaching you to actually ask for help. So ask for help from your angels first. Pray first. And then be open to receive wherever it's coming from. And now we're just going to pull some cards and ask for guidance, just for general, for everybody in the world that is struggling with this, changes that are happening in the world at the moment. So we're working with Akashic Tarot first. And just a general. So this card, it says the King of Keys. And what I'm feeling here is, this is somebody in the world that it's very important, and I'm feeling this could be one of the leaders that are coming in our life, basically in everybody's life, because it will affect everybody in the world. This is one of the leaders or future leaders. I'm feeling more of a future leaders that is coming, and everything that is happening around us now, it's helping us to bring a right people in our life that's gonna guide us and help us with the changes that's happening. And the King of Keys, it's somebody that's actually helping, somebody that's unlocking the doors for us that we, in order for us to move forward. So I'm feeling this is definitely a leader that is coming in the future that's going to help to bring a much better life, that's going to help us to make changes that we need to make. And that's why it's really important in the world. We need those really big leaders that are connected, that understand the changes that are coming, and they know how to actually lead in a way that's bringing more, that's going to make people feel more safe and peaceful. So that's what it's coming. That's the reason for the change. So basically what your angels are saying here, it's like, don't worry, it's all fine. We are bringing the help. We are bringing everything you need. You just need to be a little bit more patient. And now we're going to pull a card from Archangel Oracles. Just in general, for all people, for everybody in the world. And it says, take back your power. Use your God-given gifts and intentions to manifest blessings in your life. And this is what it's teaching us, which is very important. Very often we give our power away, especially when we blame somebody else for things that are happening in our life. That way we're giving power away. Because when you're blaming somebody else, when you're blaming government, or you're blaming other people for what's happening in your life, you're basically saying, you know what, it's not my fault, it's your fault. So you automatically give your power away, because if it's not your fault, then you can't fix it. You can only help and change and fix whatever you admit that it's your fault. But when you're saying that it's somebody else's fault, then you can't do anything about it. Universe doesn't support you. So what it's saying, take responsibility for whatever is happening. Even that it could be really somebody else's fault. Maybe somebody really created the war. Maybe somebody really created the floods. Maybe somebody really intentionally created the pandemic. But blaming that other person, it's not going to get us anywhere. Because that other person, even if they did intentionally what they did, they don't even want to fix that. They don't want to fix it. They can't fix it because they done the damage. So the only way to bring the change and to fix everything to be better is when you take responsibility for it. When you say, okay, where did I go wrong? What can I do to actually change the situation? And not focusing on others. So basically taking the power back in your hands also help you to make necessary changes that you need to make, and helping you to connect more to your inner guidance and follow that guidance. And when you do that, the guidance becoming stronger and stronger, and then you can manifest better and easier. And it's about manifesting the life, working on living a better life. That's the reason why there's so much trauma happening in the world, because some people maybe accepted everything as it is and thought that this is what God gave them and there's nothing else. But there is much more. We all learning how to manifest our life, how to create our life, that we are responsible for our life. And that's what we're learning here. So everybody needs to take responsibility for whatever is happening and see how they created this and how they can actually change it. What changes they need to make to actually... So this is where the meditation comes really good, to understand where you went wrong and how you can change, what you need to change. It's really important to connect to that guidance within yourself. So you can do that through meditation. Try to take some time to meditate. You are worthy of that. You are worthy of taking 15 minutes every day to meditate. You deserve that. And that's going to help you to understand your own guidance and see what changes you need to make to take your power back and to create a life that you really want to live. And now we're going to pull one more card from Divine Guidance for everybody as humans, for all humanity, to see the energies that are shifting and the energies that are coming. And this is number 23, and you can see that it's represent a rose. And the card represents intimacy. The rose is a universal symbol of human love. This card has appeared because this is an important energy for you right now. There are two energies spiraling, moving into the center of the rose, which represents two people energetically coming together. If you are not in a relationship, this card shows a new relationship on the horizon. If you are in a relationship, this card is asking you to focus your energy there. Rekindling the romance and passion, embrace the energy of love. Open to the intimacy and allow yourself to be vulnerable with your partner. Now, when I'm looking at this as in general in all world, what your angels are pointing here to me, this is not just about a romantic partner. It's about changes that are happening on the world when it comes to love. It's all about love. And even if you can see in this card how these two energies are almost like magnet pulling towards each other, which indicates is that what you really love will have to come your way. You become magnet to that. So maybe you need to look inside of yourself and ask yourself, what is it that you really love? What is it that you really want? So try not to force anything, not to use the force again here, but using that gentle energy and understanding yourself. What sort of love, what love represents to you? What is it that you love? People that you love. Who are you really love? This is not just about romantic partner. I'm also feeling a romantic partner. It will come to you when you feel that love. You have to feel the love. It is all about love. Unfortunately, there's a lot of relationships in the world that are based on commitment without love, or on control, where a couple are staying in a relationship because they have to, because they maybe arranged marriages, or maybe they are forced to be there because of any other reason, maybe for the reason of finances, or maybe for financial reason, or maybe for reason just to keep somebody happy or peace. And this is where universe is pointing here. Your angels are saying that is not love. You need to focus on love. Let go of need, let go of control. Don't focus so much on what you need. When you need somebody to love you, that's not love. You need to focus on what you really love. Focusing on your love first within yourself. Feeling the love for yourself, loving yourself first. And then that becomes a magnet for love to come your way. And really learning more about loving yourself. This is the time when you really have to focus on your heart center. See what's in your heart. Can you open that heart more? Is there any emotional pain that's blocking the love from coming in? Release it. Because you can only bring love into your life when you feel love. You need to feel love. Also living where you love and being surrounded with people that you love. So this is all about the true love. No false love, no false relationship, no being in friendship with somebody because you feel obligated. No obligation, just love. So everything that you do has to come from love, because you would love to do that, not because you feel obligated, because you would love to be there, because you would love to spend time with that person, regardless if that's your partner or your friend or family member. So it's all about love. So in order for you to get there, you really have to release all the anger, resentment, emotional pain that's blocking you from experiencing love. So taking time to release that through meditation, through healing, you can release those negative emotions. And then when you really feel love for yourself, when you truly love yourself, you'll be able to share that love and to attract love in your life. So it is all about love and how we love. I'm getting here that it's sort of lost. That love, it's sort of lost. It's confused. A lot of people don't understand it at the moment because of the love for possessions and for the lot of relationships that are staying in relationship because they feel need and they feel that they have to. So there's nothing in your life that you really have to do. Only that, what's coming from your heart, what's coming really from love, will last. Only that relationship will last. And that's what everybody wants. Everybody wants lasting relationship. So it has to come from love. So healing your heart, opening your heart, will help you to feel love for yourself, and then you become a magnet for love from other. And you cannot make mistake with that. Then you will definitely attract the right partner. Only when you truly love to be in that relationship, when you truly want to be in that relationship with all your heart, not your mind, only then you know that you have the right partner. If there's any other reason for a relationship, you don't have a right partner. That is not the right partner, and it's not going to last. We are entering into this shift of energy where in the fifth dimension, only love can enter. So if you have a partner that you are in a marriage or in a relationship for any other reason, that will definitely end. Because universe does not approve that anymore. There was times where we could sort of stretch ourselves and live the life that we don't really want because we feel we have to. Well, that's what's changing. We don't have to do that anymore. It's only what you love that's gonna last. So think twice before you enter any relationship. Is it that because you really just met somebody and you feel this magnet energy, you feel this enormous love for them? Is that the reason you are in love in that relationship? Or is it because you feel that you need to do that because for any other reason? So take a little bit time and meditate on your heart and see if there's any negative emotions. This is good time to release them. So you can enter more in the better energies. So you can, even if you not really focusing on what's happening on Earth with the shift and this new energies that's coming in and the fifth dimension, you could say, I don't care about any of that, and that's fine. But you could focus on attracting true love because you want really the love, somebody that you really feel love for. And that's the only reason you are in a relationship, because that's the only relationship that's gonna last. So we hope that this information helps you, and we pray for everybody involved in any challenges, and we pray for peace, and we hope that everybody will find their true purpose and learn their lessons and spread their wings again, regardless where they are. I'm sending you lots of love and light, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye for now.